Hello and happy Wednesday to you. My name is Brooke Seslack and I just really felt like I needed to make this video. So I do have some notes here to help keep me on track. And before I get started, I need to make sure that you know I am not a CRA or government worker. I'm also not a tax professional, and everything I discuss in this video is something that I've either learned from researching the Canada.ca website, my account in the CRA, so the CRA my account, or from a government worker that I've spoke to. And also in this video will be some of my personal opinion on things, so feel free to tag or share this with someone who you think might need to hear this. So why am I making this video? First of all is to help people understand all the details about the CERB that they might not be paying attention to, which the CERB is the Canada Emergency Response Benefit that gives you $2,000 per month for up to 4 months. So also the main reason that I got angry about this topic, and I really need to share it, is I have heard that some people, mostly people in the Gen Z category, are bragging to their friends that, oh, I got my $2,000, they got their payment, and they got their EI, which is going to get you in shit later. So that's why I wanted to go over this, and overall, it is just general info. So if you know, and if you're one of these, so far, I call them kids, but I guess they're young adults. If you're one of these people who are collecting EI and the CERB, and you know and understand that you're going to be in shit later, and that you have to pay back that money, that's fine. That's on you. If that's you, that's on you, okay? But this video is for those of you who may not be aware of all the details, and I would really hate to see some of my good friends get in trouble with the government. So the next thing here is we can get into the details regarding what people are doing already so that they can be better prepared. It's one thing to be aware that you're going to get in trouble, but it's another to be prepared and not be surprised when the government gets a hold of you for doing something wrong. So the next thing here is the following is from the frequently asked questions on the Canada.ca website. So if someone wants to put that in the comments, just Canada.ca, that's the main website to go to. So first of all, if you are receiving EI and you apply for the CERB and then you get that $2,000, just know that you're going to have to give that $2,000 back, okay? And I talked to one of the ladies at the is it called an MP? I don't know all the details on that, but the MP office, the lady I talked to, she said they can keep and track up to 7 years back. So if you're going to try and break this and just collect what you think is free money, they can up to 7 years come back and ask for that $2,000 back. So if you're collecting EI already and you went and applied for the CERB and you're getting that $2,000 now, just know you're going to have to pay that $2,000 back. The next thing is, number 2, is if you have applied for EI but they didn't process your claim yet because they are so backed up, if they haven't processed that claim that you already applied for, and that they said that you should not apply for the CERB because you can't get both. And if you applied after March 15th, it's going to go into the CERB anyways. So the next thing is, if you stopped working before March 15th, your EI claim will be processed under EI rules, not the CERB. But if you stopped working on March 15th or later, your EI application will be processed under the CERB rules, if that makes sense. Also, they did mention, I'm trying to think exactly, if you stopped working before March 15th, but you applied for EI after March 15th because you think you're going to get the $2,000, they said no. So it's based on when you stopped working, you will be under the regular EI rules if you stopped working before March 15th. What's next here? So if you applied for the CERB and you got that $2,000 already, even though you applied for EI but it didn't process yet, and let's just say you would have only received $1,500 from EI, right? The regular EI rules, if you only would have received $1,500, and you've already received that $2,000 from the CERB, they're going to ask for that extra $500 back because you were not eligible for the CERB, if that makes sense. And you can feel free to like message me or call me if you don't really understand that, but once you wrap your head around it, it makes sense. The next thing here, on the website, they say that it is from March 15th till October 3rd. Now, that doesn't mean you can get $2,000 a month every month from March 15th until October 3rd, because they said there's a maximum of 16 weeks. So if you're someone who has applied from March 15th on, your last day to be eligible technically would be June 4th. You would be not allowed to get any more money under the CERB as of June 4th. So that's something to be aware of, is you don't get free money all the way until October 3rd. So that would be, your end date would be June 4th if you applied for the CERB starting March 15th. If, this was also at the bottom of the one page, if you're later found to be ineligible, like let's say you're getting EI already, like a bunch of these kids were bragging about, you will be required to repay the benefit. So they put that at the bottom, and you like click the check or whatever that you acknowledge this. So at the end, it also says, which this part, I don't know how serious they are about it, but I would take it seriously because it's the government and you just don't fuck around with them. So at the end, it says you certify that the info you've provided is true and correct, and you acknowledge that making a false declaration is a criminal offense. So if you know that you're breaking a rule and you're just hoping to get away with it, they're saying this could be a criminal offense. So just do the right thing. Don't try to mess around with them, because the MP office worker I talked to, she said they can technically go back 7 years and ask for this money at any time. Also, the last thing I have here is remember that the CERB $2,000 a month is taxable. So it's not just like, here, go spend the $2,000. They're going to tax you on it. So next year at tax time, they're going to make sure to include that as income, right? So depending on your income, my personal suggestion is set aside $500 out of it just in case, right? Like you might need it and you don't want to get a $3,000 tax bill just from this benefit in next year when you do your taxes. So of course that depends on your tax bracket, and just know that if you do owe money next year, don't be surprised that they ask you for extra money because of that benefit. So just be prepared is all I'm saying. And then, yeah, that's basically it. I just couldn't believe that there's some of the, I call them kids, but it's the people that I heard, they're in their early 20s. They're bragging that they got their EI pay and the CERB benefit, and they're going to get in big shit. So just be prepared. If this has helped you at all, you can share it. If you know anyone who doesn't know all the details with the CERB and the EI stuff going on, feel free to tag them or share this with them, because yeah, I just personally would not mess around with the government, and I've already heard that there's some people doing that, and it's just not cool. Not cool. So if you agree, tap the heart. Just do the right thing, guys. And that's all I've got for you. So I hope that helps. Stay healthy. And if you need all the details, it's on canada.ca, or go in your MyCRA account and look at the details. But I just wanted to go over that because there's already people breaking the rules. And I would just hate for someone to have to go back and pay the CRA way more money, because they can charge you, I don't know how they charge, like daily or monthly, but up to 6% interest on money you owe them. So they're going to get their money back if you were not technically eligible for it. So that's it. Stay healthy and have a great day. Bye.